Good morning from Dallas, in the front seat of my truck. Wanted to talk today about someday, the word someday, and how that actually hindered my growth. I was just thinking about it this morning, and you know how in an abusive relationship, the victim will deny that they're being abused. The victim wants so bad to continue the relationship. And so that deniability, I think, that exercise of deniability, I think is something that might be carried over from the childhood, kind of hiding feelings or hiding oneself. And also I think if you use deniability enough, you're going to, if you're around somebody that denies a lot, which is what a narcissist does. Good morning. If you're around somebody like that, then you're going to have, be in denial for a lot more. You're going to be denying things a lot more than you would if you were around a healthy person, because the basis of narcissism at its heart, and Ross Rosenberg talks about this, is denying of oneself. Okay, they deny their true self of who they really are, and erect all these defense mechanisms. So I titled this video "Someday When," because I think that's a good way to deny things, and I never thought about it until this morning when I was shaving. I know it doesn't look like it. I got a very coarse beard, but I was thinking about it, and I thought, that's what I did a lot of times was, someday, when we get more money, things will get better. Someday when she gets that promotion, then everything's going to be fine. And I think a lot of people do that. I know I do, and I just kind of push things off into the present, and that's a way of living in denial. Because I thought, well, I really don't live in denial, like from an American Psychological Association. Like, I thought there was a definition that said denial is when you deny things around you that happen. I thought it was more blatant, more. I thought it was more obvious. I didn't realize how subtle denial could be, but I really think that's a form of denial. Is that, maybe some of you are like, someday when, well, we're just going through a little squeeze right now, but once he gets that job, or once he gets that promotion, or once once he does that, because, part of the reason we do that around a narcissist is because we buy into their illusion, and they are the ones promoting their illusion. Babe, hey, when I get that job, I'm going to take you out. We're going to go out and we're going to have a good time, okay? All right? I promise. Narcissist, it's a good way to broadcast things on the future, is to kind of brush it off, because it sounds so logical and so benign on the surface that, oh yeah, we'll just when he gets this, or when they do that, then I'll be fine, then I'll be happy, right? And I used to do that all the time. This is more just me, not necessarily the narcissist, but I could not be happy with myself until, like, for example, when I was younger, I wanted to be a millionaire, okay? And on paper I was for a little bit. That's a different story, but it was someday, all right? Someday when I'm a millionaire, I'm going to be happy. It was like I couldn't be happy in the moment, because for some reason in my childhood, and I don't know if you've had this before, maybe you're told that, you have to look a certain way, you have to be, unless you do this, then you're pretty, or when I do this, I'll be pretty. When I find this guy, I'm going to be happy. It's almost like a Disney type of childhood imagination type thinking, like, happily ever after type of scenario that I think we buy into, and we don't know it because we're little kids and gee, when I get this person, then I'll be happy. But we make things conditional upon our outside environment. And what I'm here to say, and what I found, and I'm by no means very educated on this, I've just got a lot of trial and error. What I found is that you can be happy in the moment, and Eckhart Tolle, some of the videos on there tell you that you can do that. That you don't have to, that when you're present in the now and you don't think about the future or live in the past or live in the future, not only think about it but actually, kind of mentally live there, you can be happy just right where you're at, even in the circumstances where you're at. And a lot of it's just perspective. I've heard it called a new pair of glasses, right? If you just got a new pair of glasses, you would see the world differently. These glasses I just got at Target about 3-4 weeks ago, and I didn't think I really needed glasses. But when I was having a hard time reading, things in front of me, I thought it was about time. But wow, now that I have the glasses, I can see the world a lot more clear. So the glasses are a tool that I've used to help me see the world in a more realistic way. And I think when you don't live in denial, I think when you accept things, when you begin to uncover things and really, really examine them, really go like, instead of just brushing something off, instead of saying, you know what, I know things are rough now, and this is with other people, okay? I know things are rough now, but when he gets that job, or when I do this thing, okay, it applies more to yourself. When I do this, I'm gonna look pretty. When I lose, here's a big one. When I lose 30 pounds, then I'll be happy. You know what? You lose 30 pounds, then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I think I want to build some muscle now. I think I want to tighten my tummy. Then I'll be happy. Yeah, I think I want to get that new sports car. That little cute, I was going to say Mazda Miata, but those, I don't think they make those anymore. But you know what I mean? When your happiness, I think it's healthy to have some type of mechanism to help you strive and achieve things. But I think in this society, because of all the social messages we get through media and through television advertisements, through 30-second web clips, you're taught that, unless you have this product, you're not going to be happy. Okay? I think that's part of a societal issue more so. This is just Josh Penn. This is just me kind of ranting here. So I think we all internalize that, and it becomes part of our fabric and who we are. Even as young kids, we're kind of programmed that way. I can tell you guys this. I don't watch TV. I just recently got a satellite dish because my kids had said that when they come over to my apartment, they're like, Dad, we don't really have anything. Although my son's on his PC, my daughter's on her phone. So I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news. The news doesn't faze me. Here's my philosophy on the news. If it's important enough, someone will tell you. Someone will reach out to you and tell you. You'll see it. You'll be like, "Oh, they never post that in the forum." Or I get a phone call from my sister or my father or something. So, somebody mentioned empty promises on here. And I think the biggest empty promises that we give are the ones to ourselves. We think we get empty promises from the narc. That's true. That's what they do. Because you realize that their promise it's not backed up or anything, right? I don't know if you've heard that we have the gold standard. Well, back in the day when it was a little more simpler, our money was backed up with gold. And so, the narcissist's words are not backed up with gold. They're just tools to manipulate. So, kind of like our money is today. Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to shout that out, that I think denial is something that you probably don't realize you're doing it because you're denying it. If you've got some depression issues, there's probably some things that are really repressed. I've been reading that book, by the way, Complex PTSD by Pete Walker. It's on Dana's book club this month, and she discusses it on her live stream every Wednesday at Thrive After Abuse. That is Dana's website. That is her YouTube channel and her website, I believe. So it's a good book, and I'm going to do some personal posts on it on my personal Facebook page, which will get uploaded to my YouTube channel. And I'm archiving all these videos. I don't say all of them, but the ones that I feel like were helpful, that people kind of give me some feedback and say, you know, that was good, or that I feel was good, right? Because it really is ultimately about what I think is going to help people. Because what I'm really trying to do, guys, is place myself in your shoes. You know, because I was there, and it's still very alive in me. But I've got it in a spot now where it doesn't take over my life like it used to. And I think that's where you can, I can tell you that you can do that. I definitely did it. You can get to where you are now if you're 3 or 4 months out, no contact, 30 days, 2 hours. When you go back there, you're going to be able to get the right perspective on how that person affected your life. You're going to be more, if you can get to acceptance, the faster you can get to acceptance, the better. And acceptance isn't forgiveness, okay? So I don't want to make this video too long, so I just wanted to end it here and just, you know, wish you guys a happy Tuesday, or the end of a happy Tuesday if you're in Australia. So thanks for trusting me. Yeah, this is therapeutic for me too. So I do have a self-interest in this, and my self-interest, honestly, is validation. Like, my thoughts and my feelings are actually validated. You guys are actually giving me thumbs up and listening, and giving me little circle things that fly across the screen. This has been so validating for me, and I knew that my empathy skills were not like a weakness, as compared to what the narc thought they were. She thought it was almost like a weakness, not in those exact words, but you know. That's how they think. They think that your compassion is a sign of weakness, that you guys just don't get it. You know, you're not strong like me. So being able to exercise this and have this compassion on this channel, which is a great vehicle. Speaking of vehicles, I'm driving a vehicle, but it's a great way for me to be validated. But at the same time, what's really cool about it is it's just like chill bumping. I'm just getting chills thinking about it. Is this idea that, you know, my experience is helping you get through your crappy stuff right now. Okay, you know, I mean, those Tuesdays I'd be in bed 3 or 4 hours of the day, and then go to sleep at night, go to bed early, go to bed at 8:30. And my narc was like, "Oh, going to bed early, huh? Well, I guess I'm not getting help with the dishes tonight. I already did the dishes, hon." Oh, well. And then if I stay out with her and try to connect with her emotionally, she was gone. But anyways, promised I wouldn't be too long. All right, happy Tuesday. Love you guys. Bye.